In this presentation, we're going to take a look at help and support options. Time to engage with Sage 50 Cloud Accounting. Here we are in our Sage 50 demo company, the Bellwether Garden and Supply. We're going to be up here in the customers and sales. This is the actual software. You should be able to follow along with the free demo version of the software. However, we're now thinking about the help options. So the help options are going to be over here. We've got the help options up top. There's a couple different things you want to think about with regards to the help options. So when you want to go into the help options, the questions are, what type of help do you need? Are you going to have help for the accounting? Is it an accounting question that you need help with? Is it going to be a technical kind of issue within the software, something to set up within the software, or like an integration within the software? And once you have those kind of questions set up, then you can kind of think about where the best place to go is. For example, obviously, if you're talking about an accounting type of question and not just like the data input type of how you would data input the information, you might want to talk to your accountant. You might then go to your accountant or CPA or something like that, or someone in the accounting to ask that question. If you have a technical kind of question, then of course you're going to want to go to the help options within the system. Now note, if you compare the help options within Sage to other type of accounting software, if you're looking at Sage 50, then typically you often have more internal help than you might have with other type of software. Now, it might be a little bit more difficult to find kind of the external support. Things, if you compare to something like a QuickBooks type of software, then obviously you can find a lot of support just looking at YouTube videos or something like that to find support and things you're looking for in that case. Might not be as easy to do that with Sage 50. It could be a little bit easier to find someone possibly with QuickBooks that just basically specializes in that software given the market that is there. It might be a little bit more difficult with the Sage 50. However, if you get the internal support with an expert within the Sage 50 that knows the software in there, and you might be able to get a bit of a higher caliber of support in that way as well. So that could be some of the pros and cons that you have. Now you got the live chat up here. It could be a really useful source, of course. And then we have the help drop down. So we have the help drop down by topic. So this is probably where you want to start. If you have a kind of a technical question that you're looking into, you probably want to start here. You probably want to get an overall general concept of the topics. Get down to the specifics of what you actually need, how you want to format your questions, so that you can then go to possibly some of the other resources and ask a more specific question and be more likely to get the answer that you need. So that's where I would kind of start. If you're getting started, you have getting started information here. So if you're going into the setup process, if you're first setting up the system, then you can go in here and you get topics on customers, jobs, vendors, and so on. And so I'm going to close this back up and say okay. And then we have the product documents. The product documents including Sage 50 user guide, QuickBooks conversion guide, if that's something that you need to do, which a lot of people could be coming from QuickBooks as they increase the business and moving on to something like a Sage 50. Sage Message Center. So we have the Message Center here that you could talk with Sage. Then we have the Sage Support, and that includes the knowledge base, the downloads and updates. So the updates for it. The live chat, which we saw up top as well, which obviously is a nice feature if you have that. If you can live chat with something, enter a support ticket, which again, nice feature to be able to enter a support ticket and talk directly to somebody with the software. That's not as easy to do with other types of software. You don't even like a QuickBooks, you typically it's not as easy to just kind of send a ticket in a lot of the time. It's not built in oftentimes to one of the default type of settings within the system, within the software. So then although if you call into QuickBooks, you might be able to get a support ticket on that as well. But you also want to consider the quality of the support you're going to have. If you're going to have something that's going to be software related, you should be able to find an expert that's going to help you to kind of set something up on a technical system. Hopefully you can find someone that has that accounting skill as well, so they can help you out with both things to apply the technical information. Then we have the support utilities. Remote support session. So again, very nice if you could set up a remote support session to help you out with a particular problem. Again, not something that you're going to see all the time with other types of software. So file statistics, view error logs, system information, integrate, check, and so on. So we've got the online community then. So that's another place you can go. And again, it's probably one of the places you may want to start looking at to see if it's going to be something that's going to be a common problem, so that you can narrow down the problem. So when you do use some of the other support like an online chat or a technical chat or someone that's going to help you directly with your system, a remote support session, you can narrow down the problem and get a better solution. So online community, Sage University, so you can go to there to get some of your information. That could be a useful place to go as well to learn about it. Sage 50 activation, licenses, and so on. Sage 50 subscription updates, Sage 50 Care, Sage Advisor. So, and then we have the order checks and forms and so on. Now, once you go to some of these items, you'll basically be going to their website. So if you were just to go to their website at sage.com and then search into their support information, within the support information, you've got the knowledge base. So we saw a link from the software to the knowledge base, so you can go into here and check out your information in that format. The product help, so you can go into the product help, the tours, and then you can see if you want to look into different support plans as well. So that's going to be it. Let's get out of here.